Alright, so we'll be doing another 10 maps and it will be City Square, Forbidden Woods, Infested Valley, Underground River. I think this map is really underrated. I will explain more. Mesa, one of my favorite maps, and of course City Square is my favorite as well. Default Cathedral, Colosseum, Lookout, Arcade, and Wasteland. Let's go.
struggle is with tight tempers. The void protects its truth. I will never tire of this. A contest of wills. Take this vitality. That was worth for the wait.
cathedral remains.
Make this worth my time.
My mana is gone.
A mouse of my light. Take this vitality boon. An invitation to a vibrant. Intimate rage. I'm going to take this vitality one together off. A veil of safety. A flash of pleasure. Overall, to fight is to exist. Time to tear this. On to the next fight.
Alright, and map review time. First up, we have City Square. City Square is a wide, of course, square layout, and it has only an average of about 456 monsters. Alright, but this map is probably one, or if not the favorite map to keep doing in PoE right now, because it is so good. It's not about the divination card, it's about the layout of the map. Okay, if you to see the video that I ran, there's 3 bosses. It is very near the entrance. It has the shortest pathway to the entrance, alright, like I mentioned here. So once you kill the boss, right, and this is where the Eldritch Altars, be it you're doing Eternal World or Saving Exarch, comes in, because you will always only pick either player or minion. Alright, it kind of eliminates straight away the boss rewards, which we do not want. So there is no RNG in the reward option altar. And the map layout is just very simple. You just need to go through the corners of the map. That is where all the monsters will be, and it will bring you right straight back to the entrance. You can go either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise. It doesn't matter, because you will still end up in the same place where you started off. And yeah, it's really just that simple. There is no obstruction, there is no backtracks, there is no corners that you really need to clear. And that's why this map is just so good, even though the monster count is very little. Okay, and next we have Forbidden Woods. Alright, so Forbidden Woods is kind of like a linear wide map. I wanted to put linear, but after I've did a few, I have realized that there are some portions or areas of the map that are actually quite wide. Alright, so it has a massive amount of 584 monster count. Alright, it drops the scout, so pretty good. Used to be even better. Okay, my rating for this is just average, alright? It's just a very big map and you can just choose one direction to walk towards it and clear it. Alright, some of the layouts, right, require some backtrack because there might be a fork road where you have to decide which to take, and if you continue to go in deeper, you will realize that, oh, the other direction or the other pathway actually has monsters over there and you might need to backtrack to kill them. Alright, otherwise it's actually pretty decent. Next we have Infested Valley. Alright, Infested Valley, I don't want to say this is linear, but actually this is just one road or one pathway down to the boss. Just that it is very, very wide. Okay, it's very, very wide. There is about 544 monster count. Okay, I have rated this good. Alright, I think this is very underrated. The good thing about this is it's a wide map. It is technically straight. Okay, so you can do all the contents here. Really very good. Breach, Legion, Expedition, whichever you want, this map is really good. Okay, the only issue I realize is that you have to be careful in the boss arena because there is a lot of chaos and poison damage and it might be really dangerous. So other than that, the map is actually really good. Right, next we have Underground River. Underground River is a very linear straight map, very straightforward, but it has a very low monster count, so about 466 only. If it has a higher monster count, right, I would actually label this as good, but it's below the 500 range, so to me it's just average. It is really, really very simple and straightforward. The boss has two phases, but probably less than or maybe 2 seconds, it will start to appear again and you can kill it. Right, that's why I mentioned here, it doesn't take long before it appears again. Other than that, the map is just really very straightforward. It's just one direction. Okay, next we have Mesa. Mesa is also one of the very popular maps, okay? Regardless of the low monster count, like below 500, it has about 476 monster count on average. However, like I said, it's one of the popular maps for a reason. You can rush to the boss really very quickly. Not as near as City Square, but it has some distance, alright, but still reachable within like less than 10 seconds. So it is very fast, okay? You can rush to the boss, and right after you kill the boss, you can clear the surrounding circle of monsters around it, and then go to the lower ground level and clear it another round. So either clockwise or anti-clockwise, up to you. Okay, it is just very straightforward and simple. That's why this map is so good. However, for this kind of maps, right, doing legions, maybe expedition and breach is not really good. So that aside, if you want to do stuffs like what else is there, maybe metamorph or harvest, is actually not bad. Okay, next we have Defiled Cathedral. So Defiled Cathedral is also one of the popular maps. There are a lot of good maps, alright, these 10 for this 10 runs. So it has 505 monster count on average. It's a very linear and straight map. It has the 3 cards that is the most popular, or probably I will say it has the one card that is the most popular in the game right now, which is Apothecary, and the divination cards that drop is actually same as Crimson Temple, right? So you can either do this or Crimson Temple is kind of like the same. The only difference is that the boss for Defiled Cathedral is midway, whereas for Crimson Temple you can actually rush to the boss first, okay? You can skip everything. However, you can't do that in Defiled Cathedral, so it really depends on what you want. And yeah, here I put, it's basically just a very simple one direction map. However, depending on the layout of the map, sometimes you will actually need to slide into a few of the narrow pathways, passageways, whatever you want to call it, okay? There will be a small area where you have to clear. Sometimes it is there, sometimes it's not. It really depends on the layout. Okay, next is Colosseum. Alright, Colosseum is I will say it's a linear straight map, right? Some might say it's a wide. I will say there's actually 2 portions of it. Okay, so actually I should change this, alright? It's both linear and wide. Okay, because linear is because you will be pathing through the next section, and in the next section is basically like a wide area. Okay, so after the second section of the map, you will go into a linear pathway again, and then another wide section of the map. So yeah, I should consider this linear and wide. It has 640 monsters, alright, it's really very good. But the map is just really bad. Okay, usually the monsters, the maps that has high monster count is usually bad. Okay, why? It's because the boss has 3 freaking phases. It's basically the boss from Act 4, the Reso. Yeah, I think it's the Reso, that's the name. Yeah, he's basically the map boss, and he has 3 different phases, so you have to wait for it to finish, and it actually takes a lot of time. There will be some corners that you will need to backtrack, and this is kind of like mandatory. I've ran all 5 maps, and all of the 5 maps I would have to backtrack. Okay, and sometimes you will encounter like those cage arenas. I call these the waiting rooms, and you got to clear all of them, okay, before you can actually proceed. And this is really very annoying because it's just not effective or efficient. Right, so Colosseum, nope, definitely no. Okay, Lookout. Lookout is a linear straight map. There's about nearly 494 monsters to be exact. Okay, I have labeled this average. It's just basically a very straight map with small corners to clear. I initially wanted to label this as bad because there are some of the maps where you have to clear so many corners, like the example that I gave in the video. So it's not really favorable, and it's quite annoying because it does not link back to the main road or main pathway. So I find it a little bit annoying. Okay, but nonetheless, I think some of them are actually pretty good. Okay, next we have Arcade. Arcade is a linear and square map. Okay, I will consider this square actually. It has 534 monster count, and it's only average to me. Okay, likewise again, I actually wanted to label this bad because there are a lot of walls, there are a lot of things blocking you, so it's not really good for projectile skills. Otherwise it's actually quite decent. If you ask me, it's actually quite decent. A lot of projectile skills cannot go through the wall, and when you see a monster the other side of the wall, you basically have to find another path to go to the other side and kill them, which can be quite annoying. Okay, last but not least is Wasteland. Wasteland is basically a white square map, as there's only 502 monsters. Okay, I have labeled this bad. Okay, reason being the map is just too big. Okay, it's just too big. There are too many pathways, and you will need to backtrack a lot of times because when you meet a fork road, you gotta decide which direction to go. And nonetheless, right, for this fork road, whichever direction you go, you will have to walk back to the fork road to go inwards into the map to find the boss and to kill other stuffs. So it's too much of a hassle, and I feel it's just a waste of time. Alright, so yeah, what do you guys think about these 10 maps? Let me know. Okay, that comes to the end of this video. So if you have any questions, do join the Discord, and I will try to answer your questions. And if you like my video, do remember to hit the like and subscribe button. I will see you in the next one.